Morning, everyone.
Good morning, sir.
Right. So today I will extend the chapter that what we have started. Okay, the chapter number 5, that is problem solving technique. Right. Okay. So and we have introduced the problem solving technique. That is chapter number 5. And then so we have done the steps involved in problem solving technique. The first one is problem definition. Right. The second one is problem analysis. Right. So the next one is problem design. Is that clear? Problem design. Right. Right. We have done with two steps. That is problem definition and problem analysis. Okay. Right. So ಆಗಿತ್ತಲ್ವಾ? So problem definition ಆಗಿತ್ತು, problem analysis ಆಗಿತ್ತು. Okay. So today we'll discuss problem design. Okay. Right. Okay now. So ಇಷ್ಟ ಆಗಿತ್ತಲ್ವಾ? So problem solving technique introduction ಆಗಿತ್ತು. Steps involved in problem solving technique. That is we have around 8 to 9 steps. Okay, prolonged steps: problem definition, problem analysis, problem design, coding. Okay, so next testing nothing but debugging. Next run the program, execute the program, and then so documentation, saying the program, and the maintenance. Okay, so we have so many steps. So in that we have done with problem definition and problem analysis. Yes, is that right? ಸರಿ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಡೆಫಿನೇಷನ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಅನಾಲಿಸಿಸ್ ಆಗಿತ್ತಾ? ಎಸ್ ಆರ್ ನೋ? ಆಗಿತ್ತಾ?
Yes, sir.
Right now it is problem design. So what do you mean by design? What do you mean by design? What is that indicates?
Pattern.
Design.
Pattern.
Pattern, or you can simply we can call this as a blueprint. Can we call this as a blueprint? Okay, so how we are going to solve a problem or any given so errors. Okay, so how you are going to solve it is it's a blueprint. It's a blueprint of it, right? Designing. So before that, so we have so two methodology of so blueprint. That is the number one is algorithm. Number two, flowchart. So what do you mean by an algorithm? What do you mean by an algorithm? Is it visible? So board content, yeah. Okay, right. Okay, so problem design indicates that it's a blueprint that how we are going to solve a given problem or a given error. Okay, right. So having a blueprint. So either you can design using algorithm or flowchart. So what do you mean by algorithm? What do you mean by flowchart? You heard the name. That is a problem solving technique. What we have, that is algorithm. So this is the most popular problem solving technique, and also even the flowchart also, right? Flowchart is also one of the popular problem solving technique. Okay, so in the next programming, in the upcoming classes, so OOPS concepts, it is completely based on algorithm and flowchart. Each and every program you must need to write both algorithm and flowchart, and later on we need to convert it into program. Okay, first we need to design an algorithm, next flowchart, and also finally a coding. Coding nothing but program, right? Yes. Yes, algorithm is a step-by-step of problem solving technique. Writing a step-by-step of problem solving technique is called algorithm. Okay, so we will see that. Okay, you just write down. So problem design, you just write two sentences regarding problem design. Problem design. Design will represent the problem design blueprint will represent be nothing but programmer, user, one who are going to solve the problem. We represent the problem solution. They represent the problem solution as a blueprint, as a blueprint, as a blueprint. Either using algorithm or flowchart. Either using algorithm, flowchart, algorithm or flowchart, algorithm or flowchart. Right? Okay. Next one. Any problem, any problem, any problem can be solved. Any problem can be solved. Any problem can be solved. Can be solved either using one of these methods. Either using one of these methods. One of these methods. Comma. They will be called individually. 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 A programming language. Independent, sorry. They will call an individually independent programming language. Independent. No? Independent programming language. Individually independent programming language. Okay, so first you take algorithm. Algorithm. Okay. Algorithm is a step-by-step procedure having finite sequence of instructions to solve certain problems. Solve certain problems, right? Algorithm is a step-by-step procedure of finite sequence of instructions. So, what do you mean by finite? What do you mean by finite? So, yeah, of course, algorithm is a step-by-step procedure. Step-by-step, step number 1, 2, 3, up to step number n we can write. Okay, so step-by-step procedure of finite sequence. What do you mean by finite? What do you mean by
Countable.
countable? Okay, so now ಬರಿಬಹುದು steps ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ so n ತನಕ ಬರಿಬಹುದು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ there should be some meaning in it. Okay, that should be countable, and then so each step should solve some problem sequence. Okay, so sequence of instructions to solve certain problems. Okay, so anything you can solve, but so even though so ನಾನು ಹೇಳಿದೆ example ಹೇಳಿದೆ previous class ಅಲ್ಲಿ. Okay, ಎಲ್ಲಾ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ಸ್ ಜಗತ್ತಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲಾ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ಸ್ ನಾವು ಅಲ್ಗಾರಿದಮ್ ಫ್ಲೋ ಚಾರ್ಟ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಸಾಲ್ವ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬಿಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಕ್ ಆಗಲ್ಲ. Okay, so counting a stars it is an impossible. Okay, and dividing any number by 0, so that is infinity. ಅದನ್ನ ನಾವು ಏನಿದ್ರು ಇಮ್ಯಾಜಿನರಿ ಆಗಿ ನಾವು ತೋರಿಸಬಹುದು ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಹೊರತು ನಮಗೆ ತೋರಿಸಿ ನಾವು ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಸಾಲ್ವಿಂಗ್ ಟೆಕ್ನಿಕಲ್ ತೋರಿಸಿ ಅಂತ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಬರೆಯೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗಲ್ಲ. Okay now, so certain impossible problems we can't solve, so we are asking it as a finite sequence of instructions. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು particular ಆಗಿ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದೀವಿ finite sequence ಆಗಿರಬೇಕು ಮತ್ತೆ ಅದು ಅರ್ಥಬದ್ಧವಾಗಿರಬೇಕು, so that should be a meaningful. Okay, next to solve certain problems, so ನಾವು ಒಂದು ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಅನ್ನು ನಾವು ಸಾಲ್ವ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದೀವಿ ಅಂತ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ? Is that clear? Okay, using algorithm, and then algorithm was introduced by the person called Al-Khwarizmi. Okay, and Arabian mathematician. He is an Arabian mathematician. During the time, during 9th century. Okay, the person called Al-Khwarizmi, and the problem solving technique, one who introduced Al-Khwarizmi, the Arabian mathematician, during the period of 9th century. So the problem solving technique has been named as Al-Khwarizmi. The name of the Al-Khwarizmi and then starting letter, so that is algorithm. So he solved some sequence of instruction, that is a step-by-step procedure to solve any kind of problem. So they named in the memory of Al-Khwarizmi, so they named the procedure of step-by-step problem solving technique as algorithm. Okay, right? So he was the introducer of the algorithm. Okay, so in the memory of algorithm, so the problem solving technique has been named as algorithm. Okay, so he is actually the Arabian mathematician. Okay, so one who introduces the problem solving technique, procedure of step-by-step procedure of problem solving technique. Okay, so it's called algorithm, right? Right? Is that clear? Okay, now so definition filter 2 marks should remember, and then so they may ask 1 mark question. Okay, so who introduced the algorithm? Okay, so then you should write the Arabian mathematician called Al-Khwarizmi was introduced the algorithm technique. Is that clear? Is that clear? Is that clear? ಆಯ್ತಾ ಇದು ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ ಮುಂದೆ ಹೋಗೋಣ. Yes, we will write some algorithm today. ಆಯ್ತಾ ಇದು? Is that clear, everyone? ಆಯ್ತೇನ್ರಿ ಸುಮುಖ್ ಮುಂದೆ ಹೋಗೋಣ. ತಿಳಿದೆ. Next, characteristics of algorithm. Characteristics of algorithm. Characteristics of algorithm. Number one, input. So, what do you mean by input?
The raw data which we give to process and give out.
Yes. Okay, so what you want to solve, first we give the input to the, okay, so write down input. Input. Algorithm starts. Algorithm starts with procedural steps. Algorithm starts with procedural steps. Procedural steps. Procedural steps to accept the data. Procedural steps to accept the data. Accept the data. Full stop. The algorithm can accept. Algorithm can accept one or more data. One or more data inputs ಅಂತ ಹಾಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. So one or more data inputs to solve a given problem. To solve given problem. Okay. Next. Next. Define it. The algorithm must be definite. Okay. So what do you mean by definite? What do you mean by definite? Definite or not?
Proper thing.
Yes, it should be meaningful. there will be no Kumber zone or confusion. Kumber zone anta andre, so confusion anta. Okay, dilemma. So we can call it as a dilemma. There should be no dilemma in the problem, right? It should be have some definite dimension. Okay, definite structure, definite procedure to solve. Okay, so now so ಅರ್ಥ ಇಲ್ಲದಲ್ಲೇ ಇರೋದನ್ನ ನಾವು ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಸಾಲ್ವ್ ಮಾಡಕ್ ಹೋದ್ರೆ ಸೊ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಅನ್ಡೆಫಿನೈಟ್ ಅದು ಡಿಫೈನ್ ಮಾಡಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಡಿಫೈನ್ ಮಾಡಿರುವಂತದ್ದು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಸೊ ಇಟ್ ಶುಡ್ ಬಿ ಎ ಪರ್ಫೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಮೀನಿಂಗ್ಫುಲ್ problem. Okay, so write on that. Each operational steps or operation must be. Each operational step or operation must be. Each operational step or operation must be. Each operational step or operation must be well defined. Well defined. Well defined. Full stop. That is each and every. That is each and every instructions. Each and every instructions. Each and every instructions must be clearly specified. Must be clearly specified. Clearly specified that. Clearly specified that what operation should be done. Clearly specified that what operation should be done. Okay, next. So finished. Next, effective. What do you mean by effective? Each step what we solve, so it should bring some resolution. Okay. Okay now. So now we ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ so algorithm can be written in pen. Okay, so now usually ಎಲ್ಲ pen use ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. Okay, so after the middle class nothing but 5th standard, so after the middle school, so we will start writing pen. So 5th standard ಇಂದ ಬರೋದು 3rd standard ಇಂದ ಬರೋದು pen ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವೆಲ್ಲ 5th ಇಂದ 5th standard. Okay, right. Okay, so middle school in the so you have started writing on the pen, using pen. Okay, so it should be an effective. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಪೆನ್ಸಿಲ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬರೆದು ರೂಢಿ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟೀಸ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಯಾಕೆ ಪೆನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬರೀಬಾರ್ದು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಓವರ್ ರೈಟ್ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಈಸಿ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಪೆನ್ಸಿಲ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅನ್ನೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಕಾರಣಕ್ಕೆ. ಸೊ ಪ್ರೀ ಪ್ರೈಮರಿ ಸ್ಕೂಲ್ ಅಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲ ಸೊ ಪೆನ್ಸಿಲ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಅವರೇ ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಪರ್ಫೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಪೆನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬರೆಯೋಕೆ ಮಕ್ಕಳ ಬರೆದ್ರೆ ಸೊ ಯಾರು ಪೆನ್ಸಿಲ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರಲಿಲ್ಲ, ರೈಟ್? ನಾವು ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ಏನ್ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ algorithm can be written in pen, but flow chart cannot be written in pen. ನಾವೇ ಇನ್ಸಿಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಯಾಕಂತ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸೊ ಡಯಾಗ್ರಾಮ್ಸ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. Okay, and each and every diagram carries the process. Each and every program has its own operation. Okay, so while writing, so if any mistake happens, okay, while writing in pen, okay, so it's very tough to overwrite that. So we'll insist flow chart to write it in pencil. Okay, algorithm you can write it in pen, but it should be effective. So many steps barita hogodalla. One each and every step should bring some resolution. It should be an effective. Okay, ilda idre enagutte ನಾವು infinite n number of steps na ನಾವು ಬರ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ. Okay na? So effective. Each operational step each operational step ಅಂತ ಬರೆಯಿರಿ. Each operational step each operational step each operational step each operational step in algorithm should bring each operational step in algorithm should bring some resolution should bring some resolution should bring some resolution and it should be effective and it should be effective and it should be effective to the next step and it should be effective to the next step. Okay, so one step ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಅದು effective ಆಗಿದ್ರೆ ತಾನೇ ಅದನ್ನ ಮುಂದಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗೋದು. Yes or no? ಎಫೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಇದ್ದು ಆ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಆ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ಗೆ ಒಂದು ರೆಸಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟು ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಸ್ಟೆಪ್ ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕು. ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಆ ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಸ್ಟೆಪ್ ಬರ್ದಿದ್ದು ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ವೇಸ್ಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ unnecessarily you don't write any even single step, right? Okay, next number 4. Terminate. What do you mean by terminate? What do you mean by terminating? Ending.
Eliminate.
No, ending. Terminate. End ಮಾಡೋದು ಅಂತ. Okay, right? Termination nothing but ending. Okay, winding up ಅಂತ, right? ಬರ್ಬಿಡಿ, terminate. After some minimum number of operation. After some minimum number of operation. After some minimum number of operation. Algorithm must come to an end. Algorithm must come to an end. Come to an end with final resolution. With final resolution. Okay, so finally ಯಾವ್ದಿರ್ಬೋದು input ಆಯ್ತು. So steps should be defined, effective, and then terminate. End ಆಯ್ತು. So finally what you will get?
Output.
Okay, output. An algorithm solve any kind of definite procedured problems, with suitable and right input. RIGHT, right in output. Suitable and right output. So that's the final resolution what we got. Okay, final output. Suitable and final output. Okay, is that clear? Okay, so the algorithm has the characteristics of input. Next is definite, effective, and then terminate, and finally you should have a proper output. Is that clear everyone? So input, definite, effective, terminate, and then output. Is that clear? Artha aita?
Yes, sir.
Right, so I will write one algorithm now. So we will solve some problem using algorithm, right? We just write common question elladukku. Write a algorithm to find. ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ತೇನೆ. ಸೊ ಉಳಿದಿದ್ದೆಲ್ಲ ನೀವು ಡಿಟೋ ಹಾಕೊಂಡ್ಬಿಡಿ. Write an algorithm to find area of square. Right? Okay, so we will solve this problem, that is finding area of square. Okay, so we need to write an algorithm for this. Okay, so first of all we need to follow the steps. Okay, so what is the step number 1 should be? Okay, so input, definite, effective, terminate, and finally output. Elidivalva? First step number 1, you should get start the algorithm, right? Then we should have Step number 2, that is input. Okay, so what are the elements we need to solve the area of square? What is the area of square actually?
A square.
A square ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ A ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನಂತ ತಗೋತೀರಿ?
One side ಅಂತ.
Side. Length ಅಂತ ತಗೊಳ್ಳೋಣ ನಾನು. Square ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನ್ರಿ? ಇದಲ್ವಾ? Right? Can I consider this? Okay, E face equals equal ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. E face equals equal ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. Okay. So area is equal to L square ಅಂತ ತಗೊಳ್ಳೋಣ ನಾನು. Can I consider this? Okay. It is definite. It is definite. And ಈಗ ಬರ್ಬಿಡ್ತೀರಾ ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟರ್ ಸೈನ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಈಗ ಬರ್ಬಿಡ್ತೀರಾ L square ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನೀವು ಟೈಪ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬಿಡ್ತೀರಾ ಕೀಬೋರ್ಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ L square ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅದು ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತಾ? Is that computer understand while typing L square like this? L square ಅಂತ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಟೈಪ್ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಏನಾದರೂ ಇದೆಯಾ ಆಧಾರ ಇದೆಯಾ? Is there any evidence? Can we write L square directly to the computer and we can input like this? Input ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದಾ? ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದಾ? Right? So what you need to input now? Length. Yes, length can be considered as L. ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದಾ ಈಗ? Length ನ ಅಕ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೋದಾ? Input ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕಾಗಿರೋದು actually ಏನು? Length. Okay, so what we need to solve? This is effective. Okay, this is definite. This is effective. Okay, what are you going to solve here? What is the main goal, main intention to solve the algorithm? What is the main goal or target? What is the target? Nam target ಏನ್ರಿ ಈಗ? Area calculate ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. Okay, so calculate area. So what is the area? How you are going to calculate? L square ಬರಿಲ್ಲ ನಾನು ಇಲ್ಲಿ. L square ಬರೆದ್ರೆ ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟರ್ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗತ್ತಾ? ಏನಂತ ಬರಿಬೇಕು?
Multiply length.
L into L. Okay, can I write? Okay, ಈ ಲೆಂತ್ ನಾನು L ಅಂತ ತಗೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ. L ಸ್ಟಾರ್ ಅಂತ ತಗೋಬೇಕು. ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇಂಟು ಅಂತಾನೆ ಬರೀಬೇಕು, ತೊಂದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲ. L into L ಬರಿಬೋದಾ? ಸ್ಟಾರ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಆಕ್ಚುಲಿ ಪ್ರಾಡಕ್ಟ್ ಅಂತ ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟರ್ ಸೈನ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ. Okay, so you can write L into L. Okay, so last terminate ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು ನಾನು. Terminate ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ. Okay, so ultimate output is area. What I need to do? Output. Output what? ಇಲ್ಲ ಇಷ್ಟನ್ನು ಬರಿಬೇಕಾ? Just you write area. And then finally step number 5 is stop. Terminate. Is that clear? Is that clear? Length into length is the area of square, so that we can consider as L square. So this can be written as L into L. Correct? Is that right? Correct? ಬರೀತೀರಾ? You just write down. Okay, so ಇನ್ನು ಬೇರೆ ಇದೆ, so ಬರೀತೀನಿ. Next you write down this algorithm first. Right, finished? Finished? Okay. Right. So shall we do other algorithm? Is that clear? Idaita ido? Finished? Next, to write an algorithm to find area of rectangle. You just write area of rectangle now. Okay, calculate area of rectangle. Calculate area of rectangle. Right. So again, saying start length. So including length, what we want, you should define.
Depth.
Definitely.
Depth.
Yes, very good. Okay, so comma, put comma here, and you take one more thing, that is breadth. That is B. You can consider this as B. Okay, so instead of that, you just write L into B. So the area will remain as it is. Okay, so this has been the algorithm for the area of rectangle. Okay, right. Rectangle, I know. So ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಇದು length, ಇದು breadth. Okay, so this is what we call L into B, rectangle. Okay. Right, length into breadth ಮಾಡ್ತಿರಲ್ಲ. Right, ನಿಮಗೆ ಕೊಡ್ತೀನಿ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಸಾಲ್ವ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ಆಮೇಲೆ ನೀವು ಈಗ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬಿಡ್ಬಿಡಿ. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ ನಾನು ಹೇಳ್ತಿರೋದು? ಓಕೆ, ಡೋಂಟ್ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಲೈಕ್ ದಿಸ್ ವಾಟ್ ಐ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಡನ್. Okay, don't make change over there. So you need to write another one. Write a program, write an algorithm to find the area of rectangle. You should write all these 5 steps, right? Okay, ನೀವು ಬರೆದು ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟೀಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಯಾಕೆ ನನಗಂದ್ರೆ ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟೀಸ್ ಆಗಿದೆ, ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಬರೆದಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಆಮೇಲೆ ನೀವು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಾನು ಬೋರ್ಡ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಅರೇಂಜ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಬರೀತೀನಿ, ಬಟ್ ಯು ಡೋಂಟ್ ರೈಟ್ ಲೈಕ್ ದಟ್. ಓಕೆ, ಯು ಶುಡ್ ರೈಟ್ ಅನದರ್ ಒನ್. ಓಕೆ, finished? Yes. Okay, write an algorithm to write an algorithm. Also, one more question. Okay, you solve. You only solve. Write an algorithm to find area of triangle. Area of triangle. Okay, do it. Here, Madi. Okay, the things will be remain same as usually. Okay, start input will be there, calculate area, so output will be area. So only input and then so procedure, that is definition will change. Okay, and then so it should be effective. That's it. And then termination is as usually like that. Step number 5, stop. Right, solve it. Right, start again same. So step number 2, input. What you are going to input now?
Breadth, height.
ನೋಡಿ ಏನು ಇನ್ಪುಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ?
Sir, formula is half into breadth into height. So we should input breadth into height.
It's base Simpana. Half into
Yes, sir, half into base into height.
This
Yes, sir.
base. Okay, so you should input base V and height H. Okay, So and you need to calculate half 1 divided by 2 into b into h. Okay, it is base, not brad, it is base. Half into base into height. So the remaining thing is similar. Remaining thing is similar. Okay. Right. So I'll continue in the next class. So with some more algorithms. Is that clear, everyone? Is there any doubts in this session? Is there any doubts? Clear alva? Simple algorithm. Okay. So ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ complicated ಇರುವಂತ algorithms ನ ನಾವು solve ಮಾಡೋಣ. Okay. So bye everyone. Okay. Any doubts in this session? ಯಾರ doubt ಇದೆಯಾ? Okay. So bye. So I'll continue in the next class.